Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for March 23rd, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Hey, though, before we get started, could you help us grow? Could you help me support my family? I would really appreciate your support. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families. We would really appreciate all your help. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV. All right, before we get into the news of the day, I have a new post up on the site introducing the Cord Cutters News team. So since I bought back the site a few months ago, it's hard to believe it's been just over 2 months now. 3 other employees are now full-time here at Cord Cutters News, including Becca, who you may remember from when I owned the site the first time, who's now our COO, business manager, doing all that stuff in the background, like making sure the newsletter goes out. Raymond, you've probably seen a while, and Kirsten, who just joined our team this week. I have introductions for all 3 of them down in the show notes over at cordcuttersnews.com. All right, let's dive into the news, starting off with DirecTV's price hike. Now, DirecTV Stream, to be exact, is what's going up here. If you have DirecTV Stream on April 22nd or later, whenever your bill is on after that, your price will be going up roughly about $5 a month, starting off at $74.99 now, going all the way up to $154.99. Now, a lot of people say, hey, Luke, might as well get cable. Well, the truth is cable TV can be as much as $200 once you add in the fees and taxes for your bundle package. There's a study that shows the average cable package is over $200 a month. It's like $220, somewhere in that range. And when you can get DirecTV for $74 and Verizon Home Internet for $25, there's a lot of cheaper options out there. But I do think, and I've said this many times, that if you're not a sports fan, increasingly, there's no reason to have a live TV streaming service like DirecTV Stream. You might as well go get services like Peacock, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, etc. Though add those all together is far cheaper than cable TV. I don't care what the advertised price of cable TV is. I think it was Comcast was like up to $800 a year in just fees on top of your normal cable bill. So keep that all in mind. But if you are a DirecTV Stream customer, you will be paying more after April 22nd, 2023. Also, if you sign up today, you will pay that higher price as a new customer. So keep that all in mind. All right, next story up of the day. Roku is turning 14 this year, and we have a breakdown, a little bit of the history of Roku, which is kind of interesting. Now, we say 14 right now, and that's 14 years ago when the Roku streaming player was released, back when it was just a Netflix box. But Roku actually started in the early 2000s as a device that would stream media from your computer to your stereo back when that was not something that was very easily done. It would wirelessly connect your computer to your stereo, stream audio out there so you can listen to your music from your computer on your big home stereo system. Anthony Wood, one of the inventors of the DVR, started Roku and eventually got asked by Netflix to help them design their streaming player. He did. Netflix looked around and said, hey, may not be a good idea for us to have our own hardware when we're trying to get on other devices, DVD players, TVs, game systems, and more. We want our app on there, and we don't want to be competing with them. So they gave the device to Roku. Roku ran with it, and now it's the Roku streaming player we all know. Very interesting history. I take a look at that, and I take a look at the future of Roku in this story. I highly recommend you check it out. A lot of information in there, and a lot about the future of Roku. Well, do you use Roku? If so, why? If not, why? I'd love to hear from you. Speaking of Roku, Amazon, one of their big competitors in the world of streaming, this week announced, after we broke this news from AFTV News, they broke it, we covered it, I should say, earlier this week, that Amazon is having a new, cheaper line of Smart Edition TVs with the Fire TV built into it. So it's a TV, just like a Roku TV, but with a Fire TV built into it. Well, they're having a new line called the 2 Series. These will be HD TVs, far cheaper than the more expensive TVs. You're probably saying, Luke, I don't care about the cheap, discount, budget-friendly TVs. What about the high-end ones? Well, Amazon has you covered with that. Their new Omni QLED series is adding smaller sizes. Previously, you had to get like a 65-inch or larger TV to get those QLED lights in there. Now you can get them in 43-inch, 50-inch, and 55-inch on Amazon and Best Buy with that. This is a pretty nice TV here, very high-end, coming in at smaller sizes, because let's be honest, not everybody wants a 75-inch TV. Very possible that you just don't have the room in your living room to make that work. But if you are looking for some cheaper, bedroom, office, kids room, whatever, the 2 Series is a very nice TV at a very budget-friendly price down there, starting off at just 32 inches. I think that's a pretty good price to be able to allow you to have a TV that you're not going to care if the kids smash it with a baseball in the playroom, for example. Anybody ever do that when you were a kid? I probably shouldn't say anything. But check that out. New high-end and low-end TVs coming from Amazon. All right, next story up. Coming from Deadline, Hulu could see, according to Deadline, significant staffing layoffs starting as soon as next week. Disney is reportedly trying to lay off about 7,000 employees, which includes staff coming from their streaming, television, and parks division. ESPN is also getting hit by this. We talked about that recently. But Deadline is reporting that while 20th Century TV and ABC will get cuts, Hulu's cuts could be significant, which is interesting because we know that Disney's trying to decide what they want to do with it. Do they complete their sale and buy 100% of it by picking up Comcast's remaining shares of Hulu? Do they sell off Hulu? When Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, was recently asked about that, he said all options for Hulu are on the table. They're closely evaluating it and trying to decide what they want to do with Hulu. For now, it seems like maybe a little thinner, smaller Hulu when it comes to staffing could be a big part of that. We'll have to wait and see who gets cut, how much is cut, maybe as soon as next week or over the next few weeks, according to Deadline. But it'll be interesting to see. I think for you, the average person, you may not notice much of a change even if these cuts happen, at least at first. The question is, Disney's talked a lot about maybe pulling back on the amount of new original content. They've been on a spending spree, getting a ton of original content, especially for Disney Plus, but also for Hulu. I'm very excited for the new King of the Hill season, the revival of King of the Hill coming to Hulu with the original cast, original producers, and one of the original writers. I'm very excited about that. So I don't want a reduction there. But I do understand that where Disney's coming from, they have a lot of expenses, a lot of staff that is costing them a lot of money, and they're reevaluating. There's still a lot of questions over the future of Hulu. Will it just merge into Disney Plus and maybe just become an online only? Maybe on demand goes to Disney Plus, online live TV, just stays at Hulu. Maybe they just take Disney content off of it, move it to Disney Plus, sell the rest. I don't know. That's a very good question. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with it. All right, and leave me a comment. Let me know, what would you like to see Disney do with Hulu? If you could do anything with Hulu, what would you have them do? Merge it, sell it, make it a live TV only service? Leave me a comment. All right, Samsung TV Plus, which is a free ad-supported streaming service over on Samsung TVs, is adding a ton of new channels, including expansion of the comedy lineup with the LOL network. Local news is getting Spanish channels. NBC's Telemundo, I hope I'm saying that right, is coming to Samsung TV Plus. Just make sure I said that right. So you'll be able to have Spanish local news there, new 24/7 horror TV channel, and Vivo, V-E-V-O. I was not sure how to pronounce that. Somebody leave me a comment. Let me know how you say that. They're launching 5 new channels: a 70s channel, an 80s, 90s, and a retro rock, they call it, channel, which will bring you dedicated channels of music there. So it's a really great service. I wish it was on more devices. They really need to roll that out on more than just Samsung and a select few other devices. All right, last story up of the day. Walmart is closing even more stores. Now, we learned earlier that Walmart will be closing about 10 stores in a variety of markets, including Washington, D.C., Illinois, New Mexico, Florida, Oregon, and Wisconsin, to name a few. But now, this week, they've quietly started to roll out announcements of more stores closing in places like South Bend, Brooklyn, Everett, Minnesota, and more. Now, these are areas that there's not a big press release. We're just seeing a lot of individual little notifications come out all over. So we don't have a complete list. But Walmart has decided to significantly cut back on stores they consider to be underperforming. So I'll have to know, is your local Walmart closing? What do you think of that? Leave me a comment, let me know. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment, and let me know. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it.